A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel and welcome back to this channeling session where the DM calls the DF. She's very happy to receive his call, but at the same time somehow she could sense that this is going to happen. She knew that, in the past she had felt very bad and very sad when he had left her behind. If you don't know what's happening, then you can listen to part 1 on the channel Twinflame Union, and this is the part 2 of the same video. So I spoke about 2 scenarios in part 1. One is the scenario where a proper separation happened, no contact and no communication for some time, and then this whole separation thing went on, and now they're back. So the feminine is very happy to receive his call and just all the things that he's doing for her. Call is one of the things, okay? One of the things that he's telling her when he's away from her. He could be there for work, or he could be... So this is not like a long-term movement, okay? The scenario number 2 is where the DM and DF have got physically separated, not emotionally, mentally or romantically, nothing as such, but only physically separated because he feels that life elsewhere or some other place is going to be better for him. And since, he may not be, obviously, if he's not in the confident stage, materialistically he's not confident that I can do this work and I can do this job, be it in my village or be it in my town or be it in my city, be it in my state. He feels that he can only make good money or big money, or he can take care of the needs of his family members by going elsewhere. But obviously he chooses a very fancy place, like he goes to some Western country, some European country, or one of the first world nations he goes to, where he has a very lavish life. So he thinks that when he is there, everything will be great, and maybe after a few years he can bring other people like his wife and the one who's a DF over here, bring them over there, take them over there. So in one scenario, as I said, the first scenario, completely different thing is happening. The feminine has already gone through separation, a hardcore separation. And now, she is at peace and she's just shocked, she just feels that she never imagined this would work out again, and in a better way, in a reformed way, not like last time. And here, what the feminine is saying in scenario number 2 is, she says that when he was away, when he had gone away, at that time, I did not eat properly, I did not take care of myself, I was not so healthy. I mean, even if she was doing all the chores, the work, in some case if there's a child involved, then she was doing all her responsibilities without him. And it hurt her, it felt very bad, because he did not have enough faith in their relationship or in himself or in wherever they came from. She felt that he was very much mesmerized by, the other countries, or that was his programming maybe. He just felt that in order to sustain lifestyle and everything, he needs to be away somewhere. Or you can also say that he wanted to have more fun, he wanted to have a happy life. So there is a kind of selfishness, narcissism is also there in him. Because the lifestyle that he is living, he is not giving it to his DF. Neither he is giving it to anybody else, but he is taking a lot from them to be able to sustain a lifestyle like that. Okay? So after going through this kind of separation and suffering and misery for so long, she sort of gave up on it, giving up on this type of obsession or love she had for him, where she had kept him on a very high pedestal. But with time, she realized that she is the one who's taking care of him most of the time. She's like a mother to him as well, like as much as he has his own mother, biological mother. He needs mothering, nursing. He's like a pampered child. It's not necessary to be a smothered child or pampered child. You have to be very rich always. That's not the thing. And I also want to share this with my community over here, that there was a time when I used to think that only rich people are bad and poor people are all very nice. Or, sometimes I used to think that, it's so much better to be poor and, you'll be very happy. But as time passed by and I started doing deeper inner work, I realized that good and bad people are everywhere. Similarly, narcissistic people, narcissistic abuse, it happens everywhere. It has got nothing to do with wealth, or it has got nothing to do with poverty, and again, as I said, that I'm not telling you to become very wealthy, or I'm not telling you to become very poor. I'm telling you to find a balance and be happy with whatever you have. Even this word poor, rich, poor, these are all duality based concepts, okay? And it has been purposely created by the corporation so that people are constantly, one section is always feeling like we need to maintain this money, so they are in stress, and the other section feels like we need to get this much money, so they are also in stress. Basically, no one is happy. The twin flame journey makes you a person who's content, who's happy with whatever they have. Doesn't matter how much they have and how they get it. They are happy to do hard work. Some of the feminines who lose the grip with finances, and some of the masculines who do jobs that they hate, karmic jobs. Both of them, through their extreme choices, they realize that, I need to be in the middle ground. One says that, okay, I need to enjoy what I was originally doing, because feminines are more intuitive, so they always are able to be more successful in jobs and money making and things like that. At least they can manage their expenses. But after a point in time, when they go through this type of a separation, false twin, or even twin flame heartbreak, then they are not able to do much. Some of them think that this is happening because of the twin flame dark night, but that's again not true. The Kundalini awakening happens much before they meet a twin flame. Their financial woes and issues start much before they meet a twin flame. Basically, this is just a part of the process, This is a part of the process, my friends. It's absolutely fine. At the end, when you turn around, when things change, and when you look at positive, experiences, or, you're no longer positive and negative, you're actually very neutral. That's when you realize that, oh my God, inner work really works. And all those things that happened to me, the bad things, the miserable things, the horrible things that made me suffer, they all make sense now, because they were all happening for my progress, so that I get out of the limbo state. So people who have been doing inner work for a long period of time and have experienced huge changes, they will tell you, if they are here, they can tell you that getting out of the limbo state is the most difficult part, because when you're living in the limbo state, you don't even know who you are. You don't even know half of the things. And more you get awakened, more and more awakening you experience, you realize that life is a completely different ball game than what you really understood. Because when you're half sleeping, half awake, you don't know even the emotions, what to feel. When you look at other people, you must be thinking, then are they not feeling any emotions? People who are egotistical or ego driven, they have no idea. Whether they are successful or not successful doesn't matter, but they live their life completely based on the programming they've been given. So you are very lucky. The feminines and masculines both are very, very lucky. Very, very blessed to be in the twin flame ascension journey. Not everyone is blessed enough to get this journey. Not everyone is blessed enough. Not everyone has this much grace of God, okay? In fact, when I see the number of people who are listening to these channelings and doing inner work, doing the hand holding, I'm very surprised. I never expected, because this channel is totally aimed to give you only honest and correct information. Doesn't matter how many people listen to it, because I know that there are many twin flame channels which have millions of views or so many views and so many subscribers, but they are just keeping you more in the dark, and they are putting you, in a worse situation, because they are actually making you become very attached to the idea and the label of twin flame. Where actually twin flame is not a label. It is not supposed to be an idea. It is basically supposed to get you out of the false idea of love, okay? So here also, when the feminine, she realizes that when he was gone, or when I was all by myself feeling lonely, feeling bad, I was not taking care of myself while he was enjoying, he was happy, he was, eating out at the good restaurants, he was traveling the world, he was making so many friends, he was like living the it life, and I was here waiting, crying, or just feeling bad, when is my husband coming, or when is my boyfriend coming? whichever scenario applies. So I was so depressed. She thinks like that. Back then I was so depressed. I was so sad. And I was sad for who? For a person, for a man. For another human being basically, who I thought is going to complete my life. And instead of completing my life, he took away so much from me, But she is not saying it in a, complaining way. She's actually realizing it, that the reason behind her pain is because she put him on the pedestal and she doesn't want to do it anymore. And I can see that this feminine is very innocent, very sweet, very kind-hearted, very soft-spoken, very gentle woman. So for him, it was really good to have her in his life, He's manipulative, he's selfish. Now again, this is not a DM bashing session, because she also was extremely naive, extremely gullible. That's not the quality of a Shakti. That's not a quality of a, feminine, a goddess. We don't want her to be so gullible and so naive that whatever he says. He could also be doing all this in a innocent way. Sometimes people, they are negative, they are selfish, but they don't know what they're doing. They're innocent, because that's what they're taught. They've been raised to be selfish, or they were over pampered and smothered by their mother, especially. So the men, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to treat a woman. They feel that I married her, or I gave her commitment, and I'm calling her every day. I'm messaging her every day. What else am I supposed to do? What can I do? So now she's saying that she looks at the calendar and she says all these months, she keeps crossing the months that he's gone, this month, that month, June, July, August, September, since whenever he left. And she was thinking that every month I was missing him, every month. And now, when I stop missing him, when I'm not codependent on him, when I'm not thinking about him the same way I used to, now he is calling me up and telling me that he made a big mistake. He is saying that he could have taken me along and he would have been so happy. Maybe after, living there and doing all the things, he realized that, he was very lucky to have her and he's missed out on so much in life. So guys and girls, this is what it is, this is what the twin flame journey is. It will help you become a better person in the same life. Because there are so many people, they go through similar episodes and incidents, but they don't learn in one life. They have to take many lives and many forms and to get the same lesson right. But here in this case, at least for twin flames, the saving grace is that few years and you learn a very big lesson about love, about the thing that everybody wants. Isn't that the best thing to happen to anyone? You guys are comparing few years and you're saying, oh, few years like this, few years like that. Come on, it's okay. Any real lesson will take time. It cannot happen overnight or in just a few days. So for him also to figure this out, it took him time. But now he's literally on the track. And now one more thing is happening with him is that he's experiencing something called the hermit mode, or something called the Vairagya mode, okay? And again, this happens after she's detached from him. It's not like she stops calling him or she stops messaging. Everything is the same. Same thing is going on. But she no longer is obsessed, or she no longer is like the same girl she used to be. She's smarter and she doesn't need him anymore. At the same time, she realizes, like I said earlier also, that he needs me more than I need him. So how can he do anything for me? Okay, so now he's saying that after leaving you, I don't like anything. He's saying to her that after leaving you, I'm not living a happy life. You must be thinking that I'm in this fancy place, I'm wearing all the fancy clothes, and I'm hanging out with, all the different people from different parts of the world. But now I realize that people are literally the same everywhere. People are not different anywhere, whether it's my country or whether it's some other country, whether it's my state or some other state, whether it's my lane or some other lane. People are the same everywhere. And separating from you was my biggest mistake, because I can get everything and anything, but I cannot get you. And he's now saying, so she remembers the time that she was not eating properly, she was not sleeping properly, she got sick of it, right? She got sick of living like that. So she found ways to make herself happy, to become healthy, happy, all the things good. Now he's saying the same thing. Just look at the, just look at the mirroring. It's amazing. So he is now saying that, oh, I don't feel like cooking, or I don't feel like going out. There was a time I used to go out and eat. I was so excited, but all my excitement is over. Life is so sad, and whatever I get, I eat that. Whatever, I don't feel like dressing up. I don't feel like getting ready. All the friends, they're all the same. My friends at my hometown were better, he's thinking. I miss you so much, my love. What do I do now? So he is still stuck over there. He's not able to leave that place. But sooner or later he will. When she also quits the expectation completely. Now, if this is a third scenario is coming in my mind where the no contact situation happens. Now, in no contact also, I can feel the same dynamic going through. Like, people choose different things in life, and then they realize that their choices did not match up. And either you want to apologize to the person, who you left behind, you want to go back to them, or you only become better, start doing good things. Like, the apology is not so like verbal, it's more action based. And on the other hand, the other person also realizes that he was simply running away because I was chasing him so badly. Like, if I don't chase him, there is no reason for running. So you stop chasing and the other person stops running. For your personal situation, you can connect with me. You can write to me at the sunamoon@gmail.com, and you can simply book a session, or you can book a therapy on the PayPal link that is given in the description box, and you can check out all the details you have over there. Kindly do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me, even though I say this on every video, literally, but still somebody or the other always writes the whole story, and then at the end they will ask me, what should I do now? Guys and girls, I've been making it very clear to everyone that all the content I make, it is obviously designed to help people who cannot afford a personal session or a therapy, because I know that some people are in a stage where they are stuck in the lower root chakra, the bottom chakras, and till the time you don't work it out, your job, your finances, how you live your life, your lifestyle, when you don't become independent, till the time you don't do that, you cannot work on solar plexus and your sacral chakra. Very important. Once you are able to get a hang of things, your sacral chakra will also start healing on its own, because there are so many sexual wounds because of sexual confusion, abuse, trauma, lack of education, or getting used by people without knowing anything, or using people unknowingly without knowing anything. So there are many wounds. There is a lot of guilt and shame which keeps people in the lower realms, lower energies. In order to rise up in your ascension journey, you need to raise your frequency, you need to raise your vibration. You need to raise your energy, and that needs work, that needs inner work, and correct inner work, genuine inner work, okay? So yeah, keep doing your inner work, and I'll see you soon in another one. Till then, one love and peace out.